Narcissists are obsessed with what others think of them. That's why they try so hard to impress. They are dependent on others. So what better candidates to offer them praise and adulation than people who are also dependent on others? You see, independent people, those who stand on their own 2 feet and deal with reality as they see and experience it, are less likely to fall for anything that is fake. Narcissists are very contradicting. A narcissist will boost you up in the beginning for not needing anyone to accomplish your goals, or for not needing anyone for money, because you can do it all on your own, right? And you know what, y'all? In the beginning, they talk about how awesome you are, how good your job is, all the skills you have. But guess what? When that devaluation starts up, when they're ready to discard you towards the end of the relationship, that is the biggest thing they will hold against you, and will start to resent you for it. The very things that they said was so grand about you, right? So good about you, they will start to resent you for. Because they feel like everything seems to be handed to you. And for the narcissist, their life is so hard and everyone is just against them. This is how they feel, y'all. It doesn't matter what job you have or how much you excel in it. They will never, ever be proud of you. They never want to see you doing better than them, especially when they're struggling inside from battles that we could never understand. They actually will hate you more and will begin to do or say anything that will diminish your light. They'll try to make your job seem like it's a joke compared to theirs, that your goals are like a joke compared to theirs. Everything you have worked hard for, that others are amazed by, looks like a pile of trash to a narcissist, because they envy and jealous of everything about you. You see, they love seeing you turn weak by their words, and you become their biggest enemy. And that's so crazy, y'all. I always tell y'all, you cannot make this stuff up. You see, independent people don't need the narcissist, nor do they get dragged into the senseless, chaos and drama the narcissist needs to feed their fragile egos. The independent person usually has a good self-esteem, right? Based on reality, unlike the narcissist, who has delusional sense of self. Their whole life is just based on a lie. You see, one word: control. Because independent people tend to interfere with the ability to tell you, demand you, and make you, because you say what you're doing to them. You say what you're doing, what you're going to do, and not them. These individuals, are living who they are. And for the narcissist, right, a part of their disorder is leverage and control over those within their reach. Everyone around them, y'all. Everybody in close proximity, the narcissists feel they have to control. You see, independent people tend to take that element away from the narcissist at some level. And narcissists don't like that. When they cannot control their surroundings, they tend to lose it. They don't like that. Narcissists don't even understand independent people, because narcissists feel like they're the center of the universe. If someone is independent, they're perceived as selfish to a narcissist. If someone is living for themselves, it jams a narcissist's gears, because there is no one but the narcissist in the universe. I always tell y'all, this stuff is crazy. Just talking about it, y'all, this stuff does not make sense. How could you living on your own, taking care of yourself, able to stand on your own 2 feet, looking out for you, be selfish? To a narcissist, other people only exist. You're either an end or an obstacle. That's how they feel. If you're doing your own thing, guess what? You're either an end or an obstacle. The narcissist feels like, who do you think you are in this world? Are you useful or are you an obstacle? Because if you're neither, you might as well not exist. You're either worthless, useless, and pointless when it comes to narcissists, because they are not independent people themselves. They need supply and therefore depend on other people. Just like alcoholics need a drink and a heroin addict needs a fix, guess what? The narcissist needs supply. They envy people, y'all, who are in control of their own lives and they are independent for that reason. If they can't be independent, then nobody else should be allowed to be either. This is how they feel. This is how backwards this really is. You see, independent people, right, are not easy to control. So if you are independent, right, they're going to want to break that down as quickly as possible for those two reasons. They have to be able to support their worldview, that nobody else should be entitled to things that they don't have, and to gain supply. You see, independent people are harder to control and manipulate. Imagine someone confident who does not care about what other people think, or what other individuals think of them, feeling all good on their own, living in, their own skin, living their own life. These people are less affected by people's ideas and thoughts and feelings. Good people can take care of themselves when they're independent. They don't mind being their own company. They don't have a problem with dictating their own happiness. These kind of people, y'all, are just really hard to manipulate because they walk on their own. They stand on their own. They have boundaries, and they walk away immediately once they notice early red flags or any sense of toxicity. They won't beg, they won't plead, they won't cling for another human being. Independent people have their own completeness, y'all, their own happiness. They don't go around abusing their significant other. They don't go through these type of things. And narcissists hate independent people. The narcissist lives and craves for reactions. They provoke early on to snipe positive reactions from people. Then later on, the negative ones. Because the positive ones will come automatically. If there are no reactions, there is no excitement for the kid, for the baby who throws a tantrum. They just get bored quickly. If a person shows confidence or can stand on their own, they would never react to a narcissist's provocations. Y'all, it doesn't work like that. This is why they dislike independent people. It's crazy. Narcissists hate your independency. And what's crazy to me, y'all, is empathetic people, right? They attract narcissists because they get quickly caught up in their feelings and drop their guard down early on. The confident or independent people tend to allow their mind to dictate their thoughts and feelings, especially early on, until they know for sure that the person that they're dealing with is the right person for them. While you see an empathetic person, act on their feelings, their hearts, and their instincts. And narcissists, like I said, cannot deal with people who are independent. Independent people, y'all, right? Let me talk to y'all. Independent people are unlikely to be controlled. Hence, not only are they a dead loss to the narcissist, but also represent a huge threat. Independent people, right, are usually unafraid to speak their minds. So you got to watch out for some. Because, hey, listen, there's some home truths heading into the narcissist, direction when it comes to independent people. When they run into the narcissist, listen, they speak the truth, y'all. They say what they have to say. And not saying that empathetic people don't speak the truth who are not independent people, because a lot of codependents speak the truth as well. We know that. But when a narcissist finds out you have your own sense of independency, you can set boundaries and stand on your own, they hate this. They hate it. They can't stand it. You see, narcissistic individuals take great offense to your independence. And you'll often notice this with narcissistic parents as well. They have greatly difficulty accepting their child's independence. They believe the child is there to serve them as a part of them. And with a narcissistic partner, right, they will love all of your hobbies and friends at first, and then find a way to isolate you from them. This is because they require excessive admiration, validation, and attention. They have a strong desire to manipulate and control any situation. They are very exploitive. People who lack the empathy to care about how their behavior affects you and all of those around them. All they want is their needs met. And your growing independence threatens a narcissistic individual because they thrive on being the center of attention. They believe you should put them first in everything that you do. And if you don't, they will go all out to sabotage whatever takes your attention away from them. Your independence threatens their need for attention and validation. When you are independent, right, there are outside sources that could potentially influence you not to trust or believe the narcissist. If they can sabotage your independence, you are less likely to be influenced by others. This is how they work. Because see, when you're less likely to be influenced by others, right, which can diminish the narcissist's power, they want you to agree with their thoughts, feelings, and opinions, and whatever it is that they say. Narcissistic people, right, tend to have a low self-esteem, which they cover up with their grandiose nature. Your independence threatens this, making them feel inferior compared to you and those around you. They want to always feel superior to you. They devalue you and try to pull you down as much as they can. Your independence in hobbies, activities, it could be your work, your friends, your family. All this can trigger their feelings of inferiority, leading them to cut off your independence so they can feel superior. Your growing independence leads the narcissist to feel less able to manipulate you to meet their needs. It threatens their sense of entitlement. Your independence feels like a rejection to the narcissistic person you're dealing with. It doesn't matter if it's a romantic partner, a parent, a sibling. It doesn't matter what kind of narcissist you're dealing with. Your independence threatens this for a narcissist, and they take offense to this. They try to stop you from being or becoming independent as much as they can. They are envious and do not want you doing any better than they are. This is how they move, y'all. You cannot be independent and deal with the narcissist. They cannot take it. And that's just crazy. None of this stuff, like I tell y'all, makes sense at all. It just doesn't. It just doesn't make sense. And it's craziness. And I can't understand how they are threatened by independent people. And all I can see is things like, it challenges their idealized, grandiose self-image, In a sense, they expect the world to revolve around them and cannot stand not being the center of attention. It's like their reality, can't handle others succeeding without needing them in any way. Y'all, listen. Part of the reason why narcissists despise independent people is because they perceive these individuals as competition. They might feel as though, successful independent individuals, right, overshadow them or are too hard for them to control, which causes feelings of insecurity and jealousy. Additionally, right, narcissists often get off on feeling superior over others and having a sense of power and authority. Y'all, this is, are you entertained by this yet, y'all? It's crazy. You're offended because people can stand on their own 2 feet. People who are autonomous in every aspect of their life, you have a problem with that? You know, many times, y'all, narcissists are insecure about themselves at all levels, it seems. And, you know, having a positive relationship with independent people may remind them of what they lack within themselves, something that could make even more difficult things happen when you're dealing with a narcissist and you're independent. All these different kind of crazy personalities, because there's narcissistic people and or toxic people. These people rely, right, on heavy manipulation tactics to rule people over, to try to maintain control over situations of everyone around them. And this is why they are so dangerous, y'all. This is what makes narcissists so dangerous in a sense. It's really crazy. All of it's crazy making. They just don't like independent people. Narcissists love, like I said, to be the center of attention and to manipulate others, emotionally, physically, financially, mentally. They just want to manipulate. And independent people threaten all these things for a narcissist. This is why they work so hard to try to keep you away from people who can point out everything about the narcissist. Because they can manipulate certain people, or lots of their victims are targets into believing that they're one way when they're actually another. And if they can isolate you and keep you away from people who can see right through this, which are independent people, right? It threatens everything about them. It threatens their supply fuel. And that's the thing, y'all. Independent people are strong-minded and cannot be manipulated. And narcissists do not like that at all. You guys, that's it for this video. I hope I helped somebody. Take a time out to like, comment, share, subscribe. Turn on your bells so you will know when I'm coming through with another video.